Good morning, Falcons. This is Mrs. Novak. Let me get on the right page. Let's get to page 114 and 115. Today is Thursday. This is our work for Thursday. Again, we're reinforcing what we learned yesterday, Wednesday, and how we classify triangles. Let's zoom in. Let's take another look. Okay. Again, it talks about measure of angles, length of sides. Let's look at this very first one. It says our angles, all angles are less than 90 degrees. We know that because it tells us 60, 60, and 60. So when we have a triangle that has three angles less than 90 degrees, we call that an acute triangle. If you need help, go back to page 112 where it tells you everything. Okay. And then let's look at the length of sides. Notice they've got the measurements 8, 8, and 8. Well, 8 is all the same. This must mean it is an equilateral triangle. All right, let's look at this one. Notice right away we see that box. That means what kind of triangle do we have? A right triangle. Very good. Again, page 112 will help you out a lot. Now, let's look at the lengths of the sides. It's got that this side is 16 and this side is 16. But I notice there's not a measurement here, but it sure does look longer. So I have two equal sides. When I have two equal sides, what do we call it? An isosceles triangle. So we have a right isosceles triangle. And then let's look at the last example. Again, if we look at angles, we notice right away there's one, and all you need is one to be more than 90 degrees. This one is 120 degrees. That is bigger, which means that it is an obtuse triangle. Let's look at the sides, 7.5, 4, and 5. Those are the measurements. Are any of those equal? Nope. So we would call that a scalene triangle. So 1 through 9, you are classifying them by sides and angles. So let's look here. We have obtuse because there's that one angle, one. That's all it takes is one. That is more than 90 degrees. This one's 128. And then, so we would call this an obtuse. Now let's look at the sides. We have 8 centimeters, 8 centimeters, and 14. We have two equal sides. Two equal sides is called an isosceles triangle. So make sure you look at all these and figure that out. Remember, when you have three acute angles, like number 3, 60, 60, and 60, and three equal sides, we're talking about an equilateral triangle. Now, let's zoom out real quick. Let's go to the next page, 115. Thursday is some problem solving for the second page. Notice I highlighted our triangle that we're talking about in the tent. Remember, you're classifying by sides and by angles. And then this is a regular math problem. It's talking about how much she paid for the tent. Down here, Ted says the triangle below cannot be classified because all sides are different lengths. Well, we know what a triangle is called when it has all different sides. So tell me about it. Okay. Higher order thinking, two sides of a triangle are 15 inches. The other one is 10 inches. Tell me what kind of triangle that is. Draw it out. That always helps. Number 14 is an operations problem. So you need to tell me what operation you are using. And then finally, number 15, draw it out and see if you get it right. If you have any questions, as always, reach out to me.